Hey folks, it's Queenly Gina and welcome back to my haven. I'm so happy for you all to join me here again. Today I'm going to be sharing tips again for better quality of life. Now, these are tips that I use for myself and I'm hoping that somebody somewhere can benefit from them. We're going to be talking about a very important subject. So without further ado, stay tuned and we're going to go ahead and jump into it. Okay, so the topic on the table today is rest and relaxation. How do we accomplish that these days, right? Like I was sharing in one of my other videos, there's always something going on. And when there's something always going on, it's sometimes hard for us to wind down from that because what we don't realize is we are being overstimulated sometimes by everything that's going on. A lot of the times we don't know how to relax. Let's go ahead and get into 7 tips on things that I do to help me to relax. Number 1 tip that I'm going to share with you all today on how to relax is spending time outdoors. There's just something about the outdoors, especially in the spring and summer months, that is very calming. Don't let me play down wintertime because on a warm, cozy day, looking out the window at snowflakes softly falling, that's very relaxing. But for me personally, I am a warm weather person. So in the spring and summer months, I love to spend time outdoors, even if it's just sitting on the porch or on a deck and looking out at nature, looking out at greenery. There's something about it that is just very relaxing and causes us to wind down. Let me not forget to mention that fresh air, boy, if we can get fresh air in like we're supposed to, that really helps us get a great night's rest. And it's something very relaxing about a nice, pleasant breeze and fresh air. The number 2 tip that I have to help me relax is pampering. I will pamper myself, just spend the day taking care of me. If it's doing my hair, if it is making sure my nails are clipped, it doesn't even have to be anything fancy. One of my favorite things to do, and I plan to do real soon, is to do a nice foot soak. How about that? The number 3 thing that I'm mentioning, and these can go in any sort of order, but this is really important to me. There is something about reading a book. There's just something about it, and a lot of you know what I'm talking about, that helps us to wind down. It's something about reading a book that takes our mind off of other things and helps us focus on something else. If it's a fictional story, well, even if it's not a fictional story, it can take us to a different place and take us off of our worries. I don't necessarily recommend reading something that is helping you learn something. If you're really not processing and you're just reading the words, that could help you get sleepy. But I'm talking about something that's going to be more so inspirational, something that's going to be more so light, airy, and fun, if a book can be airy. Number 4 is spending time with your loved ones, or should I say spending time with people you know, love, and care for you. For me, that can be a very relaxing place to be in. We live in a world where we have to, well, I know for myself, I have to interact with the public, and not everyone you interact with is going to vibe with you, is going to really care, is really going to have the time or the energy to really care for you as a person. And fair enough, all of us, we're not God, so we cannot hold everyone and care for everyone, right? So it's really nice to have a small group and small setting of people, and this can be good friends too, that you just relax and spend time to. They could be people you vent to when there's a lot on your mind, and that can help you to de-escalate. Number 5 is meditate. Meditate. There are various ways that you can meditate. One of my favorite ways to meditate is reading scripture, reading the Bible, reading something inspirational, and just taking the time, stop to reading, and just to mull over what I have read and just let it take me to a very positive place. It's just something about it that's very relaxing and puts you in a very calm and positive state. Another way to meditate is also in nature, where you, like I said before, you can just kind of sit and take in your surroundings through your senses. And there are various other ways that a person can meditate, but those are the ways that I meditate. Quick story time. I remember, this is hindsight, I remember my grandfather talking about meditating and how he would go into his backyard and he would meditate. And I never really quite got it then. I never really understood what he was doing, but now I know exactly what he was doing and exactly what he was talking about. It's just something how some things it seems like we would have forgotten over the years, but I never forgot that he told me that during the day he would go outside in his backyard and he would just meditate. So number 5 brings me straight into number 6. And number 6 is gardening. People wonder why people like to go outside and be in the dirt and all that stuff. There's something about us as a creation, being in creation and being in nature, that is very relaxing. I know I didn't really understand it very much when I was a child, and I never understood why after working on the weekends, my dad would spend literally the whole day outside. He would spend the whole day outside, but it's a very pleasant place to be in, especially when we're dealing with a lot of things in the world. Just being in nature, like I said, and doing something with your hands, being creative, being nurturing to plants and planting something and watching something grow. It's just something that's very relaxing and fulfilling about that and helps recharge us for the week and the days ahead. And can you all guess what number 7 is? Number 7 is doing nothing. How to relax? Just stop, okay? Just stop and do nothing. There is no crime in that. You're not going to be thrown into the pits of hell doing nothing. We live in a society where we judge ourselves harshly and people judge us harshly, where if we're not suffering from keeping busy and doing work, then we're lazy or we're not productive, or we should be. So we always have that pressure. Okay, we need to keep up with our responsibilities and our goals and things of that nature, but there comes a time, there comes a day when there is absolutely nothing wrong with doing nothing. Of course, like anything else, there could be tons of other things, and each thing can be specific to a person, okay? So what works for me may not work for you, and vice versa, right? Anyway, I hope this really helps someone somewhere, like I said before, and I will see you all next time. Have a great rest of the day, and if you're getting ready to go to bed tonight, have a good night's rest. Bye-bye.